Hello YouTube, today we have a very special video. The Reach Track Reviews by ducain238. So that's why it's called the ducain238 Special. So yeah, we have a bunch of videos. This one right here is called The Battle for Hoth, a remake of the scene from Star Wars Episode 5, where they are fighting the big robotic things. So basically this track takes you around to view all the sites that he has created, and you can walk around this map just kind of admiring, but I chose to race around it. I thought it'd be a little more fun, interesting. So so basically while you're racing, you drive around and look at the sites. There, as I was going over that jump, I think it was a landmine or fusion coil exploded underneath me and launched you up. That's pretty cool. So you come up after you seeing those things down there. You come around here, which is basically the fort, I guess, of the rebels, and you got that little snow speeder. And you come around this rock banking and back outside the bunker. So this just about wraps up this this race, but we have I have many more coming in this video. So now we have the space battle. I think it's called this Star Wars Space Battle. So you start in here. This one is more of a race than the other one, but it's still, you get to see some pretty cool stuff. This is the asteroid field from Star Wars Episode 6, and so there you see the X-Wing, the Rebel X-Wing, and there's a TIE fighter, and at first I didn't notice the ramp and the hole in the middle of it, so I kind of stopped right there, turned around so I could go through the middle of the jump, just for fun. Come back here, get enough speed. So this is actually pretty cool, because not only is it, I mean, it's like a jump, but it's kind of like a shortcut, even though I did spin. But here, coming through the asteroid field, and this is when this is going through an asteroid. Probably tell that, but coming up here pretty soon, there's the Millennium Falcon right there, the Millennium Falcon. You don't actually get to drive in it or over it, you just drive past it. But after driving past that, you come back down here and go back into the Coliseum starting room, do a little circle, so in case you wanted to do 2 or more laps. But this just about wraps up this video clip. So next we'll move on to another video made by Ducain. This one is called Candyland. Coming up. There we go, Candyland. So this is a remake of the board game. It's not really exactly like the board game, but it has stuff from in it, like candy canes, trees, I guess. Over there's an ice cream cone, lollipops, all sorts of goodies. But even though this track is kind of a sightseeing track, you can still race around it. There's not that many like good jumps and stuff, but it's still kind of fun to race. It is a little short. After coming through here and seeing these like cotton candy things and going through this X part, the race is just about over, but it's a pretty cool map to go see. I definitely recommend it if you're going to try out these tracks, but you can race it for fun. So that teleports you back to the beginning, and that's the end of that lap. This is the Peach's cruise ship, I think. It's a remake of the Mario Kart game. So you're basically racing around Peach's cruiser down these stairs. Do not go into the pool because you can't get out once you get in. So, yeah, don't go in the pool. So you're in here in this little downhill area. It would have been more realistic if they had, not realistic, but would have been better if it had like moving kill balls inside to simulate the moving chairs and stuff like that in the boxes, but it's pretty much the best it's gonna be. I don't know if anyone else would make a better replica, but that wraps up the lap. Don't jump off the side of the boat, by the way. Here is the Helms Deep castle from Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan, so I'm not very familiar. But if you are, you might want to give this one and give this map and the next one a try. So basically, this one brings you through the castle. It's not as much of a racing map because it's kind of close quarters and you don't get to go very fast, but it is nice to see if you are interested. And this race is designed to bring you through pretty much all the corridors and hallways of the castle. So just see, like the last time we went right there, this time we go straight, kind of go around circles through the castle. I don't know, it's pretty cool to race through. It's not really a race. You could probably walk it just to kind of look around, but some of the other ones, like the Star Wars space battle, were more interesting. But again, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you should probably check this out. Next video here is the Minas Tirith. I don't remember how it's pronounced, but it's another Lord of the Rings castle. And I like this one better than the other one because of the catapult things. The man cannons are shooting fusing coils at the castle. And I almost got blown up a couple times inside the castle, but this one I think is pretty cool. So here you go in this, you go in the front door. See the explosions are coming inside of the castle, and you just kind of wind your way through the castle, looking through the hallways and doors and such. This one, like the other Lord of the Rings castle, is pretty close quarters, tight, narrow, however you want to say it. So it's not that great of a racing map, but it is. There's another fusion coil. But it is, as I said, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you probably want to look at it. So this just about wraps up this one. You go through here, through this last thing, teleport, and onto this bridge type thing. So the next video is Wonders of the World, and this is part 1. And I forget what stuff we see here, but I'll point it out as we go. This map starts out as the Revolution map. You kind of go over this little big bump tire looking thing. But as you progress through the map, you're gonna see lots of cool monuments and wonders of the world, like it's titled. So over there, I didn't really look at it, but there's the Golden Gate Bridge, which we'll get to race over soon. So basically, this map, it's a good racing map. Like, you can race this with friends, but it's also neat because it has lots of cool stuff. Like up here, we're getting to Easter Island. No, Stonehenge. I'm sorry. So over here, going through Stonehenge, hit a rock. I'm pretty sure that's illegal or some fine for doing something like that, but we're just gonna move on like no one saw it. So here we get to go over the Golden Gate Bridge. I like this a lot because it's pretty detailed. It looks like it took a long time and you put a lot of work into it. So definitely one of the better sights to see in this map. Coming up now is the Hoover Dam. So you go over this, and in the distance there, that's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. You don't really get to drive up close to it. You can just see it as you're driving by, but this just about wraps up this map. You're just going to finish off the race, go back to the starting point, and we'll get to the second part of Wonders of the World coming up next.
Checkpoint reached. Lap complete. Over.
So now we have Wonders of the World Part 2. I don't exactly remember what, there you can see the Eiffel Tower. I'm not sure what that thing up there is. I forgot to check the description. I think it might be a space station, like telescopes and stuff, but I'm not sure. So here, you're racing around the island. This race is actually somewhat difficult, because there's a narrow area going up the side of the mountain. It might not be difficult to some of you, but to me, I fell off once. Here is Stonehenge with the faces like the guy from Night at the Museum. So here you're going up the mountain, up this little area. This part's a little steep, and that's where I fell off. But here we're going up next to this. I think it's, I'm not sure, it might be like a space station or something. I'm not positive. I'm not completely sure what that is. But here you're just winding your way back down the mountain. Ducain put a lot of work into this track, and all the tracks he does. But this one, for lack of better words, it's fun. So here we have the Eiffel Tower, as you saw before, and basically you go in a little circle around the back leg, and this just about ends the lap. So we'll move on to our next portion of this video, our last video clip, which is a track by Ducain. It was meant for the Rooster Teeth Achievement Horse, and I tried it. It took me an hour to finally beat this level, and there my video cut out. But the only thing you missed was me jumping from one platform to the next one, and that was it. So after landing on those street cones, you have to jump through this tunnel, and it'll bring you back up, and you teleport, jump over this one, down here, and you take a zip line. And I don't know if I said this, but the title of this map is Zipline Madness, as I'm sure you can see. But this track, it may look, or not track, but this obstacle course, it may look easy, but it's really not. I mean, this part up here, this part took me the longest to master. As soon as you get the jetpack, you have to start jetpacking, so you have time to get up and over the thing. So here you touch the mine and you win, basically. So check the description for stuff. Thanks, guys.